mother's pride and joy, you know, but she will never let him go. His family want to run his life, the girlfriend wants to be the wife. And when he's proudly on the beat, women all shout, he's too young to be out. But they will eat their words, he knows, when he's Inspector Penrose. Rosie, Rosie.
We used to have a batman for that sort of thing. Oh, he used to spit.
Not on buses, I hope.
No, on boots.
Oh. Well, quite frankly, Uncle Norman, I don't think I'd like some perfect stranger spitting on my boots.
Oh, it's surprising how quickly one gets used to it. He wasn't just my servant, of course. One had to share him with 2 other officers.
Ah, that's democracy.
Could have got your Uncle Norman to clean those. He used to do them in the army.
I've just been telling me.
His tunic never quite seemed to fit, but his boots were always lovely.
Won't they let you wear shoes?
No, Mother.
It seems very working class.
I think policemen these days ought to wear boots and shin pads and body armour. And then I suppose if some hooligan damaged his hand hitting a policeman, there'd be an outcry of police brutality.
The whole point is, it's not a suitable profession.
It's what I want to do, Mother. Therefore, for me, it is a suitable profession.
Nonsense. Oh, I little thought the first day I packed you off to grace and deportment classes that you'd end up spitting on boots.
But that's the way they do it, Millie. Norman was just the same.
But that was wartime. One expects a lowering of standards in wartime, though God knows what the excuse is these days. Oh, it just breaks me up to see my only child working so desperately at the wrong job.
How do you know it's the wrong job, Mother?
Because I can't boast about it at the bridge club. Sherlock Holmes didn't clump about in squeaky boots.
Let the lad do what he wants to.
Go and cut the grass.
You've never really lost the power of command, have you, Uncle Norman?
Male, 50, 55 years. Well nourished.
I don't care what they say. I am cut out to be a policeman.
Well, all right. Now you've got some of your colour back. You tell me. You've had a quick look. Wasn't exactly an approved police examination. Just a quick flutter of those graceful eyelashes. A pronounced expression of distaste. A quick about turn, and you're away being sick behind a rock.
I wasn't sick, Sergeant.
Oh, just doing bird impressions, were you?
No. I was trying to clear me throat and me head and sort out a jumble of conflicting impressions.
Such as?
Well, I felt I ought to realise he was a human being and quite possibly an immortal soul. And I'd no right looking at the poor devil and feeling sick.
So, did you sort out all your conflicting impressions?
No, I just felt sick.
Well, now we've dispensed with your philosophical considerations, could I ask you what you noticed as a policeman?
The froth round the nostrils indicates death by drowning.
Oh, that's better.
The condition of the skin is entirely consistent with prolonged immersion in water.
Sometimes. Only sometimes, young Rosie. I get this weird idea that we'll make a policeman of you yet. Stay here and grab that body. I'll go summon up a wagon. And don't touch anything.
Who's going to touch anything?
How do, young Rosie?
Eternal greetings to you, P.C. Wilmot.
Been doing a bit of beach combing this morning, I hear. Had a floater, did you then?
Just a small one.
Fresh, was he? You know, it's all very well having it up here. Mind you, I'm not saying we don't need it up here.
You've got it up there, and there's a bit on the tunic and a bit more on the desk.
Yeah. The wife always said I was a messy eater.
That's just what I need this morning. Just before you came in, I was thinking to myself, hey, wouldn't it be great if I found myself next to a messy eater?
It's all very well having your O-levels, young Rosie.
Having your O-levels? You make it sound like an offence against public decency. Having your O-levels. So I cautioned him, your worships, and told him I would be reporting him for having his O-levels in a public place. Contrary to section 32 of the bylaws.
But have you got the stomach for it? What a policeman really needs is a really strong stomach.
I'll pick it up bit by bit.
No. You've got to be born with it.
Ah, rubbish.
No. It's not everyone that can whistle cheerfully while scraping up odd bits of human being.
Do you mind?
There, see, are you going to be hard enough?
You don't have to be hard. I'm going to be a good policeman because I'm not hard.
Are you sure?
No, but I'm going to try. Duty office, P.C. Penrose? Oh, Gillian, I've asked you not to call me here. Now, will you go away, Gillian? We can meet when I'm off duty sometime. I've only got 25 years to do, and then I've got the pension and all the spare time, Gillian.
You could see this foot with a shoe on it. No sock. Just a simulated black leather Oxford with composition soles.
I trust my wife 100%.
There's something very sinister about a bare white ankle sticking out from this seaweed.
When you work funny shifts, when you're a long time away from home, you could have mutual trust.
You did well there, Wilmot.
I used to get very jealous, but then I'd cook her something nice and we'd make it up.
Who makes your egg sandwiches?
Well, she would if she had the time. It's just that she's always got to get dressed up. You see, she's got this position of trust at the North Eastern Gas Board. You get a very good discount on all appliances.
You've got it made, Wilmot.
Yeah.
Foxtrot control to 1-5. Message, over.
Foxtrot 1-5, receiving, over.
Foxtrot 1-5. Proceed to number 19er, Maddox Street. Repeat, 19er. Micah, Alpha, Delta, Delta, Oscar, X-Ray Street. And interview householder regarding complaint. Message ends, over.
Foxtrot 1-5, Wilco, out.
You're very young.
Well, nobody's perfect.
What seems to be the trouble, madam?
Have you gone deaf? It's Gunga Din blowing his damn bugle again.
Ah, do I take it he's a coloured gentleman, madam?
No, he isn't a coloured gentleman. His name's Pendlebury.
of the wily Oriental Penry. I think we can make a wild assumption he doesn't play in a band.
I had to send for him, Gifford. You forced me to send for him. I tried for Mr. Shillitoe, but he wasn't in. He's been very good on previous occasions, Mr. Shillitoe.
He'll be in the elephant.
I tried the elephant.
How often does he get like this?
Oh, only now and again. He's exceptionally good normally. The ideal tenant. I'm telling him how good you are normally.
Shillitoe treads on my feet.
Then he gets depressed and this happens.
The whole world treads on my feet.
It gets gloomier and gloomier till he starts trying to play last post and, well, then anything can happen.
What is your relationship with Mr. Pendlebury, madam?
Never you mind what my relationship is with Mr. Pendlebury. All I want from you is some help in snatching his bugle. Oh, my God, he's playing last post. Wipe your boots.
What seems to be the trouble, madam?
Pardon?
That's what he said when you got out of the car.
So?
Well, I never thought policemen actually spoke like that. I thought it was folklore, like, wait till you see the whites of their eyes, or, let's not fight this thing. It's bigger than both of us. Sorry.
Gifford? Why did you want to put yourself off, Gifford? Because modern society is rootless and an empty sham. Is that sham, Gifford? Give one toot for yes, two for no. Modern society is rootless and an empty sham? Well, at least we're beginning to open a dialogue.
Can't we just open the door?
You can't go busting in bull-headed. We have to build a bridge here. We've got to gain his confidence. I want him quiet, but I've no wish to alienate his affections.
What are you doing?
I've asked him if he believes that the individual feels threatened by the decline in moral values. Yeah. So what you're saying is that there is a general spiritual malaise.
What is all this psychological crap?
See, there are departments where I'm a good policeman.
Listen, young Rosie, you'll find the easiest way to calm down your average nutter is to twist on his ghoulies a bit.
What are you two whispering about? What you planning on doing?
Well, with your permission, madam, we'd like to kick the door down.
Here.
Oh, Mr. Shillitoe's got bad teeth.
We're coming in, Gifford. You're amongst friends. Yes, you are, love. You're very popular in the street.
Listen, you've got to be firm with these neurotic type women. You follow me, young Rosie, and watch how I handle it, all right?
You've got this great reservoir of affection. Everyone likes you. Yes, they do, Gifford.
Allow me to be of assistance, madam. Well,
Mr. Shillitoe likes you. I like you. Ming Ming likes you.
who the hell's Ming Ming?
The cat, the cat.
It's a house full of nutters.
You're not really at home with small animals, are you, Wilmot?
No, the wife won't have them in the house.
My mother's just the same. When my father was alive, she wouldn't allow him to sit in a chair.
I think it's standard if you were starved of affection, Gifford.
We'll take over now, madam. You never know. He might turn a bit nasty with his bugle.
Oh, it won't hurt me.
Oh, you never know. When they're under stress, you might walk in there wearing a big smile only to get the wide end stuffed down your gut. Leave it to experience and training. In you go, young Penrose. Your cat's hair's coming off.
Doesn't yours ever come off?
Why did you say that? You've noticed, haven't you? It's thinning, isn't it?
Is he all right?
Oh, I'm not sure.
What do you mean you're not sure?
Hey, how would you describe my hair?
What?
Go on, it's thinning, isn't it? That damn woman could see right through me bloody hat.
Wilmot, there's a soul in torment in there.
Oh, he's juiced to the eyeballs. You've seen him.
I haven't seen him.
What you mean you haven't seen him?
Gifford! I want you to open this door, Gifford!
Another day, another dollar. Yeah, it's fresher out here than it was when I was talking to Pendlebury in that wardrobe. That's the first time I've discussed the American novel through 2 pairs of trousers. Wilmot says we may never find out who the dead man was. But Wilmot doesn't know everything. That's why his hair falling out.
Your mother's in a bad mood.
Why's that, Uncle Norman?
Something Clive Jenkins said. Look at this.
What is it?
It's the larval stage of some slimy great beetle.
Yeah. It's nice of you to keep it for me. Does Auntie Ida know you've got a worm? You're getting very reckless behind her back.
I tried to discuss it with her. Sometimes I can get quite complex ideas across in the little gaps when she stops shouting at me. Do you think I ought to spray him?
How do you feel about spraying him? Are you angry enough?
I don't think so.
Well, that's it then. You can't spray him in cold blood.
You all right?
I'm all right, Auntie Ida.
You haven't been stabbed?
No, I haven't been stabbed.
It's only a matter of time. State the world's in these days. I don't know why anybody wants to be a policeman.
But that's just when you do need policemen.
Are you starving or are you going to wait for your tea?
Oh, I'll wait for me tea. It's been an unappetizing day in many ways.
You're out in the fresh air. You should be famished at your age.
I've seen sights today, Auntie Ida, that would make your wind a clean curdle.
Don't scrape your boots on the lino tiles.
The dead man wasn't so bad. Well, pretty horrible. But the sight of P.C. Wilmot eating his egg sandwiches is more than the human frame can easily bear. So, I'll come home expecting peace and sanctuary, only to find Uncle Norman waiting with this killer worm.
What dead man?
Oh, some small, unidentified, unhappy ending. At first you feel sorry, and then you hate him for having clammy ankles.
Have you washed your hands?
200 times.
Well, you better not let your mother know you've been consorting with the dead. She'll think it's very working class. She's in a bad mood anyway.
Something Clive Jenkins said.
I forget what it was.
So would I, instantly. I never tell my mother anything. I leave her with the impression that I spend my entire professional life helping old ladies across things.
Gillian rang.
I speak of old ladies, and you say Gillian rang.
She said she'll pick you up about 7.
Oh, hope she's not going to keep me out late. I'm on again at 6 in the morning.
Couldn't say you're not going.
Have you ever tried saying no to Gillian? It's like trying to get toothpaste back in the tube. These are nice.
Oh, glad you decided to wait till tea time. You better go up and see your mother. She's having a lie down. I think she's still tired out from the effects of having a lie down. Carry me the vacuum cleaner upstairs. Oh, you make more mess than your Uncle Norman.
Uncle Norman make a mess? The way you've got him trained to glide silently in his stocking feet. He's like a phantom with the seal of good housekeeping.
and try not to batter my door down.
Hi.
Michael, dear, I wish you wouldn't wear that uniform in the house. You know the buttons are very bright for my eyes.
Sorry.
Why is that aircraft taxiing off on my landing?
That's Auntie Ida engaged in the relentless battle against dirt.
Your Auntie Ida lacks finesse. She was the same as a child. She made Ludo seem like a blood sport.
How do you feel?
How do you think I feel? Mortified. My own son, a policeman.
Oh, come on, Mother. Would you rather I was a criminal?
No. Although they do seem to enjoy a higher standard of living. And today, they are held in much higher esteem by all the most progressive forces in the land.
Oh, you get used to me in uniform.
To think I carried you in my frail body so that one day you could wear a pointed hat. I can't bear to think of you pushing those tiny pink toes into those vast, black, inglorious road mender's boots.
You'll be proud enough when I'm Penrose of the Yard.
I have to mix and mingle with people whose sons are eye surgeons, qualified practicing solicitors.
I'm doing what I want to do.
Can't you do it in plain clothes and then we can lie about your rank?
I believe you would, wouldn't you?
Even the Atkinson boy, an idiot, is in wholesale fish.
That's because his father's an idiot in wholesale fish.
He can pick his mother up from the hairdresser's in a car with air conditioning and its own personalised number plate.
COD1. That's very chic.
120 miles an hour it can do.
Oh, my patch.
And where was he at school? Consistently in the bottom 6.
Not when it came to pocket money.
Hadn't you better go and see what's pulling the legs off your Auntie Ida? I don't know why you don't marry Gillian.
Oh, that's worse than wholesale fish.
You do what you want to do. You waste your life if you want to. I've no wish to interfere. I just wanted you to be happy and caught up in tax problems. You spend your time with murderers and thieves instead of looking for good openings in wholesale fish.
I don't think they'll ever stabilise the pound.
He's got a lot more colour in his cheeks. Must be healthy on the beat.
I'd put my money in yen or Deutschmarks.
He's got to admit he looks well.
That would make the market tremble, wouldn't it? If I suddenly converted all my holdings in sterling.
What's the point of looking well if you're only going to get stabbed?
74 pence.
What are you doing with 74 pence?
You save a bit, it mounts up.
Suppose when you get £1, you'll be going stupid again. Oh, you'll take care, won't you?
About what?
Getting stabbed.
I'm only going out with Gillian. It's not really Gillian's style. She's more your middle-class, decent Anglo-Saxon female strangler. It's wonderful how soon they get round your air supply with tiny silken cords of unbelievable tenacity.
Did you really have a dead man this morning?
Well, you had the larval stage of some slimy great beetle.
You've got an interesting life.
Variety, lots of variety.
You've made the breakaway from all these women folk. Got yourself a man's job.
I should have seen me this morning talking to this wardrobe.
Your Auntie Ida's been good to me. But don't think I haven't felt the urge to rebel sometimes, to cast off my shackles and follow a man's calling to a man's destiny. You don't think she heard that?
What are you doing with your head in there, Gillian?
Be with you in a moment, lover.
Wrong, Gillian. I've told you before, we're just friends. That's no reason why you can't go somewhere where you can slip into something more comfortable.
Oh.
Like a pair of overalls?
I woke up this morning with a premonition that today, being Tuesday, you might suddenly have fallen madly in love with me.
Wrong, Gillian.
Oh, well, maybe Wednesday. Anyway, I've told Daddy I'm going to marry you. Oh, not for a while. Not till it suddenly dawns on you that you can't live without me.
Will you get into the car and don't keep me out late? I'm on again at 6 in the morning.
Don't go to my place. Both my parents are out. Well, I told Daddy we'd be there. He didn't like to leave the house empty.
Oh, I suppose it'll be all right.
You look damned attractive, Rosie.
Rubbish. It's just a trick of the light. And don't call me Rosie. What a hell of a nickname for a policeman. And don't drive fast. You don't have to keep trying to impress me by driving fast.
Well, I tend to rationalise it this way. If the lad's not ready for a wife, maybe he's ready for a chauffeur. Don't you think I'd make a good wife?
I doubt if you could even reach.
You've got a great nose. It's not classical, but I think your nose is fabulous.
Will you sit down or read a book or something?
What do you want to be a policeman for? Why don't you come and work for Daddy?
He doesn't even like me.
He likes me. So you could start at the very bottom and be a manager or something.
I want to be a policeman.
And my having money would put our relationship on a very high plane.
How's that?
People would understand that it's not just my short, dumpy body you're interested in. I know people think I'm older than you, but that's because I'm older than you. You used to like me in the drama club.
Yeah, you were a great Toulouse-Lautrec.
Oh! Oh! Oh!
He must have been desperate. It's not just the fact that he drowned himself, but to put your shoes on without any socks. I think somebody would have noticed, if not his tormented face, his bare white ankles. Gillian, I don't think I shall ever go swimming again.
You will.
Not without me socks. If he's not claimed, I shall go to his funeral.
Are you sure you're put out to be a policeman?
Don't you start. Yes, I am. That's who's going to look after PC Wilmot. His wife's a bitch. She already thinks he's a messy eater.
Why?
Because he's a messy eater.
Is he nice?
No. Usually it's horrible, so there's trouble coming there. But if she was a real wife, she wouldn't notice his faults, would she?
Don't stand there theorising. Try me. Try me.
No, it's not the same thing.
Why?
Because you're short and weird, you've got to be tactful.
See? Beginning to wear you down. You're beginning to notice me.
What have you got your hooks in me for? Why me?
I think primarily I'm impressed by the casual way you managed to be more than 5'6".
Are you cold?
Bloody freezing!
Now, this is a simple comradely gesture. I'll lend you a coat. It doesn't mean we're engaged, all right?
You'll get cold!
I won't get cold. Put it on.
You will! I love him and he's going to die of pneumonia!
Put it on.
I shall wear black and visit your grave every day. Don't you dare go away and leave me alone in here. I must admit we get on all right.
That's true. Normally I'm shy with females, but somehow I always feel I can insult you.
A reasonable basis for a marriage.
Oh.
Oh, I'm only talking theoretically. I know you've got these weird scruples against listening to me propose to you. What have you got against marriage?
You should see what it's done to me Uncle Norman. And anyway, if I'm going to be Penrose of the Yard, I can't afford to be held back by some woman.
Not even a small woman.
You know what your trouble is, Gillian? You're really a huge woman in disguise.
May seem like a boy to you, but he's proud to be a boy in blue. People think he's rather dim and try to make a fool of him. But one day he will change their minds, make them believe that he's not so naive, and they'll be proud